Hello, welcome to this special edition of Ruth and Niall, which we've been meaning to do for ages, and we're actually now an entire week late. But we want to do a video specifically about La Sagrada Familia, which we went to visit when we were in Barcelona last week on Saturday. And so basically what happened was we did a bus tour guide on the Friday when we arrived, kind of the city sightseeing thing, and we got off at like the second stop, La Sagrada, and we were going to head into it. But then we realised the queue was massive, and it was
even if
we weren't going to
get down,
we weren't going to be able to do it justice really that day, because by the time we arrived there it was like 12 o'clock or something. You weren't going to get in until after 3 or 4 or something crazy like that. So we decided to come back
the next morning because we were able to do that. So we got up in the morning and we came down and we knew where we were by that point. So we came straight down in the morning, and we were going to go to Mass.
So we went to Mass in La Sagrada that morning.
Because we knew that was at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
There was so the Mass is in the crypt in the bottom. So we went to Mass, and it was rather lovely because we went to Mass, and of course it's in Italian and we didn't really know what was going on because it was we'd been the previous evening, hadn't we?
Yeah.
But anyway, but at the end of Mass, the priest called us up, so it was a parish priest, but he called up anyone who was a visitor, and he kind of pushed them to the front, and I was on the outside, and I was like, let's go, and I was a bit more cautious, like I don't want to go forward unless I'm being called. But there was a lady who kind of ushered us, kind of pulled us out of our pew and pushed us forward, and the priest wanted to know from each of us, he asked us like where we were from, and then he
gave everyone a blessing individually.
It
was quite nice.
He said the little dismissal.
Yeah.
In each language.
In each language of the people that were there. So the guy must know how to dismiss in about 20 different languages. So
yeah,
that was quite nice.
Very impressive.
So from there we carried on, and then we went into the tour, and so we got to the queue then. So we had arrived there like before 8 that morning, but we didn't have our tickets yet. So we head out to get our tickets. It's about shortly after 9 at this stage, and we're in the queue, and the guy says, "Oh, there's the tickets that are being sold now are for a 12 o'clock entrance," and we were like, that's a bit of a shame because we needed to go pick up the camper as well, but we said we're going to go do it anyway.
Yeah.
So we went in, we said, yeah, we'll buy the tickets and let's go for it. So we go up, and the guy is like, when we get up to the computer at the counter, the guy is like, oh, actually you're in luck, there's still 2 tickets left for a 9:45 entry, like in 15 minutes. Do you want those? And we were like, yeah.
Yes.
So we got those, and we got the audio guide. If you're ever going there, I highly recommend the audio guide.
Yeah,
it was absolutely
very
superb. So get them anyway, head in, and the place, grab some breakfast on the way, some extortionately priced coffee, but still it was good nonetheless. And got in, and the place is awesome, jaw-dropping. I was going to go jaw-dropping. So you come in through the nativity
south side.
Yeah, so basically a side entrance to the church, but it's more magnificent and ornate than any main entrance to any church I've ever seen in my entire life. Like the detail and the symbolism of the scenes and the statues, and it's just remarkable, really, really remarkable. So spend a bit of time out there milling through that. Then we go in through the church, and we just cross over to the other side to see the Passion entrance. And that one is so stark and different. I mean, like 2 completely separate buildings, absolutely amazing. And that's only just recently been finished. And then down through the museum, which is all kind of about Gaudi.
It's very, very good actually.
The museum is excellent in the bottom.
Because it had a lot of the moulds.
And the statues.
That Gaudi would have made originally.
He made like 1 to 75 scale statues and stuff. And it's quite interesting to see like how, because obviously he died back in 1926, so nearly 100 years ago. Quite fascinating to see how they continue the construction and the design, and like what he laid down in order that they could continue it. It was really fascinating. And after that, then we do the tour of the main church, and it's just remarkable the way the light is controlled, the colours.
The stained glasses are.
The stained glasses are amazing.
Yeah.
The pillars in the church are shaped to be like trees.
And they have the branches coming out at angles.
And there's lights set into the pillars as well, and it's just truly amazing.
That was really cool as well. There was another section afterwards, after we'd been around La Sagrada Familia, there was another
small little side
exhibition,
museum,
and it was about Gaudi and nature and describing how he was, obviously he's the entire building and his entire work, not just the Sagrada Familia, that being his pinnacle, but is completely inspired and motivated by his faith, but also by nature.
Inspiration from nature, in
like
terms
he
of
grew
the
up. He wasn't
shapes.
well when he was younger, and he was kept inside, and his mother entertained him basically with a lot of nature. But you can see it. But it's very, very interesting to see how he's taken the shapes of nature and the geometry and put it into like these tree trunks, for instance. The were they kind of bits of sap on the side,
that's
like
right,
glass sap on the side of the tree trunks, which were meant from pillars. Also, it explained the materials. So there's different types of stone that you could then see on the pillars according to the weight of the building where they were placed in the building. So there was kind of what was that orangey stone? There was an orangey stone and a whiter stone and a
like different
stone.
granites and marbles and different volcanic rocks were used for different load-bearing capacities and so on.
There we go.
So
You need an engineer to explain that one.
yeah, no, that was very good.
I don't know, my favourite bit probably was with these, the audio guides were so good. They were very, very good quality indeed. So you had, they were the ones where you have the headphones, the earphones, and at the, is it the north, or it's going to be the main entrance?
Yeah, it was going to be the Gloria entrance.
The Gloria entrance, anyway. There's the Our Father written.
Inscribed on the doorway.
Inscribed on the doorway, and of course at the moment you can't see the actual doorway because they're working on
That's
it.
the building site on the outside, yeah.
Yeah, but they have the image of it. But still, in the audio guide, they kind of guide you around it, and they have a choir singing it. But it's really sung very beautifully, and it's quite something. I got there and I just turned it up, and the audio guide was so good you could just block out everyone else. It didn't feel too busy, to be honest. There was a lot of people in there. Mm-hmm. But you could just turn it right up and be like in the Sagrada Familia, like almost by yourself, completely overwhelmed by the words of the Our Father. It was very
good as well. In the time we were in there, we were in there for the Angelus as well, and it was very funny because every time we went forward, there was this little area that was reserved. You weren't allowed to take photos, and it was just for people to pray in. But every time we went forward there and we knelt down together, there was like loads of people who start taking photos of us.
Yeah.
We must have been quite a spectacle, maybe. Who'd have thought that praying in a church would be a spectacle? So that was quite interesting. Then we knelt down at another point in one of the side chapels to say the Creed again, and we almost accumulated a bit of an audience at that stage, which was quite funny as well. But no, all in all, it was a cracking day.
Yeah, it was really, really wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And I think also we just couldn't quite believe we'd been allowed to have so much time in there. So we must have been there for like 3.5 hours.
On more, yeah. It was awesome. So yeah, that was our day in La Sagrada.
La Sagrada Familia.
Yeah, probably one of the highlights of the trip so far. Definitely. So. Yeah, it was superb. So if you haven't been, highly recommend it. If you've been, go back again.
And we're definitely going in 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's when it's going to be completed, apparently.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to this special edition. We'll see you all again soon. Lots of love. God bless. Bye bye.